Welcome everyone to the 2018 Shred Talks here at the Jackson Hole Powwow. Thanks for coming out tonight. It is absolutely amazing to see this community come back year after year and test boards like we do and just kind of feel the vibe of snowboarding alive and well, and it's just right here in the room tonight with us. Thank you for being here. So, if you don't know, my name is Rob Kingwill. This is my event, but at the same time, this is your event as well. Everybody brings so much to the table, from the brands, to the testers, to the shapers, to everybody here contributing and really making this event what it is. And this thing I started 6 years ago. Basically, I had like half an hour to set it up. And we're just like, I'm gonna do it. Shred Talks lives, and it's gonna be something we do at the powwow every year, and it's a way for us to kind of capture the history and capture the ideas of the designers and the shapers, hopefully for posterity's sake, put it on the internet, and we'll be able to like share that with a much bigger audience than is in this room. So in that vein, we have a really cool lineup tonight. We've got Jeff Grell, who was the inventor of the HiBack binding and is one of the best historians you've ever seen in snowboarding, and wait till you see what he's got for us tonight. After that, we've got Anna Van Pelt, who's from Niche Snowboards, and she's going to be talking about environmental sustainability and manufacturing and snowboarding, and she's got a really amazing presentation, and I'm super excited to see it. And then after that, we've got Julie Zell, who's a three-time Queen of the Hill and one of the innovators and pioneers in women snowboarding. And she's a Jackson Hole local and close to my heart, and really excited to hear some of her story. And it's just, we're here to capture stories and really kind of keep the vibe alive of snowboarding and then be able to take it back out into the world. So thank you for being here once again. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce Mr. Jeff Grell. Come on up to the stage. Let's hear it for Jeff Grell. If you made a hillside turn today, it was probably made better by Jeff ages ago now. Jeff, when was the HiBack binding concept first established?
Well, that was kind of kicked off in 83, 84, and then from there it was all it just spiraled. It happened so fast, Rob. I mean, it went from an idea to a group of friends that I shared the idea with to all of a sudden, hey, that's a pretty good idea. Next thing you know, billion served, I could be McDonald's right now.
Let's hear it for Jeff. I'm going to let him speak. He's got a great presentation. Thank you for making snowboarding better. High fives.
Well, I want to thank Rob for putting many years of hard work into the powwow. I've been here 3 out of 6, and thank you for your hospitality. It's really fun to come to Jackson. What a great resort. It reminds me that there's more to this mountain than just riding. It kicks my ass, and I love it, every bit of it. Anyway, all the board manufacturers that are here, everyone, thank you so much for showing up. It really has given me a lot of opportunity to experiment. And anyway, this little, just some images, and that's part of what my talk about is tonight, is imagery and how over time these things affect. It could be your dog, it could be an image of a snowblower, an event in Quebec. She was a great dog, I miss her. But her name was Roxy, she was a sweetheart. Me and my brother, Jake Burton, the image on the right was the steepest hop I've ever made. My latest, greatest, the Grell copter, my mom and dad, thank you for inspiring me, USASA. Dad's got, he's 91. Grell copter's my little thing. And that's what they do. Isn't that cool? I ride it heavily during the season. I'm a FIST technical delegate. This was up at Big White. And look at this, we got all the way to the Olympics. Me and my two brothers, my friend Keith, my friend Arden. And I know it happened pretty quick. But I had plans to show you a video clip from the Flight Snowboard's Great White Wave, but we couldn't get the technology to work. It advanced past our technology. For whatever reason, technology is moving faster than I can. But anyway, what I really wanted to touch on is, for me, this is kind of a pivotal weekend. I'm going to be 60 years old on Saturday. Yeah, it's like I don't know whether to celebrate it or to go run and hide, but that's another thing. My point being that I got my first snurfer in 1968, and to think that that was a pivotal point in my life. I was about 10 years old, and I look back and said, what are the things that made the difference in my life that led me to be up here on the stage and allowed me to have all these wonderful opportunities throughout my career in snowboarding. And I thought back, well, I was born in Connecticut back in 1958. My dad and my two brothers, older brothers, a few years older than me, would take us sledding in the local hills, cow pastures, whatever. We would stack. You know, Dad would be at the bottom, and the rest of us would be 1, 2, 3, or 4 of us would be doing these crazy runs down these fields in Connecticut through icy, snowing conditions. And it struck me at an early age that action sports, snow sports, were really cool, really fun. So in my first decade, sledding, skiing, all that kind of stuff made a big impact. And as I had a lot of interesting experiences in my early days. My grandparents lived in Europe, in Belgium. Believe it or not, my grandfather was a spy for the what was called the OSS, and they had us move to Belgium. And so at an early age, I was exposed to international travel. We actually traveled from New York to Rotterdam on a ship, and 5 days across the ocean, and all these little things. They add, it's easy to think of your life as, well, it just happened. Well, things happen in a way that you almost can't predict, but those impactful moments help to define your life. So I look back and say, okay, from 0 to 10, these things happen. When I was 10, I got my first snurfer. And then when I was 20, it would have been 68, 78, I met the guys from Flight Snowboards, and they were doing cool stuff. Then I went on 10 more years to 88. And now I was running a pro tour for snowboarding. Then I went on another 10 years, and then I was running other stuff. I was running the Aspen, I was the director of snowboarding for the Aspen Highlands, one of the first ones there. Then later on for Aspen Skiing Company. Then we did the snowboarding tips videos and on and on. So as you go through your life, you think that, well, what did today matter? It's like, well, today mattered a lot because it's going to define what happens to you 10 years from now. And it's especially important for the young people because with that, with all the technology we have right now, and it's the loss of social interaction, a lot of these things. That's my dad. He's 99 years old, and yeah, I love this thing, and it's so fun. And that's a view from Heavenly. That was a big white. This was the NORAM I did last month. I'm still active in snowboarding in more than design, but I'm this technical delegate. If you're familiar with what a technical delegate does, is we actually go to the event for charge of safety, making sure that the race is safe for the athletes and everybody involved. And I've been doing that for as long as anybody. I used to work with the ISF, which was preceded the FIS, and that was actually Buttermilk. That was at Mount Baker, a couple of boards. That was, that's my wife and my daughter. My daughter Jenny's 23, that was Roxy, that was Sierra Tahoe. This is coming up, they call it the Jamboree. Quebec City gets involved in this big event. Mammoth last year, lots of snow. Anyway, I could talk about everything, but I don't want to ramble too much, but I just want to emphasize that the things you do in your life, the powwow today, the rides you did with your friends, the ideas that you come up with, things you take away from here are impactful, and they will make a big difference in your next 10 years, and the next 50 years. I'm just blessed to have had had so many opportunities in my life to meet so many great people, and you know, it all started as a little kid. That was my buddy Keith. That was a flight rocket. That was Arden for Germany rat on a snurfer, and that was in Stowe, Vermont, back in 1976. So, remembering, you know, it's like one of the things I try to think is like, if I can remember one thing that happened in each decade that was important, that's a good goal, because it's easy to all of a sudden, what did I do in 1978? Anyway, anybody have any questions they want to know from an old snowboard guy?
What's in the case?
Let's go.
What's in your briefcase?
Yeah, so if you guys know Jeff Grell, you know that he has a briefcase, and this thing, he calls it the football, because it has some of the most amazing memorabilia and pieces of snowboard history that you've ever seen. And maybe we can pull that thing up here and kind of just dig through it for a second, because this, so the football, how old is this suitcase, by the way?
I got this when I lived in Aspen. Aspen was an interesting experience. My buddy and I, it was 1978, we bought one-way tickets to Denver Stapleton, which doesn't exist anymore. Now they got the big airport. A one-way bus ticket from Aspen or from Denver to Aspen, and it was that been the longest bus ride I ever went on. They took every back road to get there. Anyway, I bought this in the thrift shop, because back then that's how we did things. We got the 88 Aspen Grand Prix of snowboarding. That was the second televised snowboarding event. I did a thing called Snowboarding Tips, which was, I was really involved in teaching back early on. Flight snowboard is a great white wave. I really wanted to show you guys this because it was truly a classic, and it just...
What was that one all about? What year was that one made? Because we're going to try and get this DVD somewhere on the internet or something so that people can see it. Flight Snowboards, which was built in Colorado?
Yeah, a lot of this was done in Colorado. Like they did a whole series of what we called shred sessions, which were snowboarding tips. And then snowboarding a visual lesson. This was the first instructional video for snowboarding.
What year was that?
That was done in 1986. Yeah, because there wasn't much out there. But I mean, we're 86. Everybody looks back to the 80s and they think, "Wow, wasn't that such a cool time?" It's like, well, it was in certain ways, but it was really hard because nobody let us ride. All I wanted to do was ride, and it was a big battle trying to get the resorts to accept us. And,
why do you think they didn't really want snowboarders there, or in that era as the onset of the sport?
well, one, they didn't understand the sport, and that was what a lot of our job was trying to train them. And two, they were afraid. Take this one out. Notice.
So this is a check from the Sims Pure Juice Corporation, doing business as Sims USA Incorporated from 1984 for $150. Looks like it's signed by Mr. Tom Sims himself. What did they pay you for?
That was for second place at the World back in
There you go. $150. 1984. Not a bad paycheck.
Well, this was a landmark moment back in January 24th, 1985.
Landmark moment, 1985. Skiing company okays snowboards. Largely, and so this is the first time that snowboarding was allowed in any of the ski areas in Colorado?
What's that?
Was this the first time that snowboarding was allowed in any of the ski areas in Colorado, 1985?
Yeah, pretty much. When Ski Company opened up, it changed the climate. Ski Company, Aspen Ski Company was the big dog in the ski industry at the time. Everybody else was kind of standing back on, we're not going to make the first move because they got the insurance, they got all the other stuff. When they said yeah, yay, then everybody else went, cheers. Then right away, Breckenridge opened up completely. That was what allowed us to have the Worlds there. And it was kind of like that. This was fun because if you read the bottom part,
we can read the bottom part. Grab your board and do what? If everybody had an ocean, they wouldn't need snowboarding, or would they? Much of the sport's original popularity came from the surfers who wanted to try the technique on snow. Jeff Grell, above, holding 2 ski poles, shows his technique at Aspen's Buttermilk Ski Area. So did you have the ski poles in your hand because you wanted to fit in with the skiers, or did that make you guys fry?
Actually, riding the poles is really great fun. But, you know, depends on the day.
Flat.
But no, the goal was to give the image that we weren't going to be that much different than them. I remember when we were doing an event in Stowe, Vermont, and it was PSTA, it was the first year, 91. But yeah, 91 at the PSTA Vermont, at Stowe. And I had to bring our own gates, had to bring our own timing, had to bring everything. Then when we had the meeting with the mountain, I showed up on skis so that they would be welcoming, and they still didn't like us that much, but we pulled it off anyway.
Infiltrating their scene.
I don't know about that photo, but that's a good one.
So here's Jeff, not that you can see it very well, looking very surfy with some, looks like Sims FEs in probably 1985, looks like. And it says, testing the future in Mount Hood, 1985. And he's wearing a pair of really short shorts. Jeff, first I thought you were crazy.
I just came out of Tahiti visiting my brother, so I was a little bit tropical still. Anyway,
First I thought you were crazy, now I see you're nuts. Moving on.
it was a landmark moment. I just got a job. I came back from spending all my money. I had no money at all. I was broke. I got a job for Tom Sims, hired me to work for him as a production manager. That's when we developed the whole HiBack thing. It's a team. The HiBack idea came before Sims, but when I went to Sims, that's when we evolved it into the convertible HiBack and the modern HiBack. The modern HiBack is pretty much identical to what we did back in 85, 86.
Gotcha. And then I know there's some haters out there in the internet world, like maybe Lofo and all those guys claiming that they had highbacks. Like, who were the other innovators? I'm sure it was all kind of at the same time. I've heard of people wearing Sorel boots and they were hiding their highbacks so they could win the contest and have the advantage of having that highback, but they were hiding it in their boots so that nobody could see it. What do you say to that? Are you that one?
The Sorel boots?
You're the one who has the patent on the highback, so you're pretty much the guy.
Yeah, well, hey, Rob, you know what? Since you've been such a good guy, here, why don't you take that, put it on your wall.
This is an Aspen Grand Prix of Snowboarding 1987, March, Aspen Invitational. He's riding a, looks like a Grell board, it might be a canoe board.
Yeah, that's the G on the back there. That's it for, actually, it looks very similar to one of my boards that I've got with me.
That is awesome. So
we were doing a slalom, a giant slalom, a downhill, and a half pipe. And it was pretty epic back in the day.
half pipe. So what do you think of the evolution of half pipe from 1987 until now?
Well, if you look at the one slide that comes up, the steepest half pipe ever saw in Powder Bowl Islands, I think it was, without a doubt, the steepest. People really didn't dig it because it was too steep. It would be like having a half pipe on Dick's Ditch, you know, it was like a little bit challenging.
Right, and from those first events, did you ever imagine we'd be riding 22-foot half pipes and doing double corks and all the tricks that the kids are doing nowadays?
Well, back in the day, yeah, but I loved being in the air. But these days, I've shifted my snowboarding goals to longevity versus get too crazy. I want to be, you know, I may be old dementia at 90 years old, but I guarantee if they throw me out on a board, I'll be able to make a turn, because muscle memory doesn't forget.
That's my goal, to be 99 years old and be able to turn left and right. And that's, for me, is like one of the most beautiful things about snowboarding. For you, this is probably the final question, we probably got to wrap this up. But you come from a group of snowboards, and it's my favorite thing. Every year, these guys come back. We've got Michael Chopman, and Steve Link comes up every now and then. You guys are from one of the original snowboard crews, where it was like three very good friends that found something that standing sideways and sliding on snow was something that kind of called to you as like, this is the funnest thing I could do. And it's been how many years? Like, when did you guys start coming together?
Well, we came together probably in the 80s, but I got involved with boards and designing back in the 70s. I met Stevie D in 1976 with Flight, and then
I had wonderful opportunities through my career to meet innovative people. I met Tom Sims and worked with him in 85, 86. Then moved on, went over to France to build a factory over there. It was exciting. Came back, started Rocky Mountain Factory in Aspen, Colorado. That was 88. Then, yeah, so I've been involved with a lot of early stuff. I mean, I look at the designs and the shapes and everything today and say, so, look, did I just see that? It reminds me so much of something that happened to me a long time ago. But then, more recently was getting involved with the Grell board thing, which was fun, and now I'm doing the little glow boards, which are the Grell copters, which has been super fun. I get to make a lot more boards that cost so much less.
Very nice. So one last question. What is your very favorite thing about snowboarding?
It's fountain youth. It keeps me young.
Amen to that. With that, I'd like to thank Mr. Jeff Grell for coming to the stage for SHREDTalks tonight. Give him a big round of applause. That was amazing. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. And yeah, every time, if you get a chance to see the football up close and dig through that thing, there's some nuggets in there from the days before I was born that will just truly blow your mind.